If you ask what is the first arcade shmup that you should try to clear, a common advice that I've seen everywhere for a long time is that you should clear Escaluda, or you should just play Dodonpachi and just bomb spam through the whole game. And you know, people aren't wrong, those are on the easier side of the cave games, and the bombs in Dodonpachi are really powerful, and you get a lot of them. They're not wrong about that. But if you're a brand new shmup player and you open up Dodonpachi and you see this, you're going, what? This is the game I should play as my very first shmup. This should be my first cave game. So for a long time, I didn't learn this game at all. It seemed really difficult despite what everybody said. So what I wanted to do today is I wanted to demonstrate how you could clear this game with as little dodging as possible. We're trying to do the bare minimum to survive so that we could clear this game as consistently as possible. So I'm gonna demonstrate a route that might help you actually get through this game and get your first clear. Alright, now let's get started. So first of all, we're gonna talk about our ship type. So we're gonna pick the C ship, that's the spread shot ship. This is gonna be super useful for us so we could take out popcorn enemies on the side. We don't have to worry about specifically knowing which ones on which sides are coming down. We could just use our spread shot to kill everything. And we're able to pick between upgrading our shot or upgrading our laser. For this run, what we want to do is we want to upgrade the laser. Reason being is our shot is actually strong enough to kill everything that we want to kill unupgraded, while having the laser upgraded is going to help a huge amount with all the bosses. So you'll see here that we're going to come up to our first mid-boss. Now, this is a really safe run, but I've done this stage so many times that I just get aggressive and point-blank this boss. You don't have to do that at all, don't even sweat it. But when you've seen stage 1 so many times, you got to keep yourself interested somehow. But something interesting you're going to see demonstrated in this first stage is how we get up to the top of the screen and kill a lot of these enemies. You see these tanks? If you sit there with your aura by point blanking them, you're doing something like double damage to them. So you're gonna see throughout this run, any of the huge enemies that we wanna get rid of immediately before they shoot, you're gonna be lasering on top of them, deal with them before they can shoot, and it's all good. Now here's our first boss. We're gonna do things differently than other runs. You see these two circular pods that'll start to rotate? Usually you wanna kill those as they're spinning, it'll get you some more score. But since we're just concerned with survival, we're gonna ignore him completely. So just keep focusing on the main boss and it's gonna go down way faster than normal. And that's all there is to it. You wanna make sure once the bosses start spinning those options, you wanna not pay attention to the shots being shot at you. Instead, you wanna just focus on the shots coming down and then just keep tapping. Those are the only ones you have to worry about. So now let's get to stage 2. I haven't routed this one super tightly since you don't need tight routing yet, but there's a few strategies we're gonna do to make this a lot easier. So at the start, we're taking out all the Zakos and we reach these blue buildings. As soon as you destroy them, these big tanks are gonna pop out. So we wanna be ready to deal with those as soon as these blue ones go down. The faster you kill these buildings, the more of those tanks will come out. So just be prepared for them to keep spawning. Now, here's what I meant by I didn't really route this part. This part I make a lot harder than really you just use your shot and kill everything. I have to do some dodges for no reason. Alright, here. Now you're gonna see why we picked the C ship a bit. Anytime we have enemies coming from both sides, you just let go of your laser, start using your shot, you deal with all of the popcorn enemies from the sides without issue. Now look at these turrets on the top left. As soon as those show up, that's our time to shoot this mid-boss. As soon as we kill that first phase, we want to kill those right 2 turrets. In between the boss transitioning between its first attack and its second attack, that's a good spot where we could deal with the turrets so we don't have to dodge 2 things at once. Now this section, you can just kind of kill everything, but there's one thing we need to be careful with. You see this red ship on the right? That's a bomb carrier, and if you look at our current bombs, we're at max right now. If we pick up that bomb, we'll get max bonus, which is fantastic for score. We don't care about score. So we're gonna leave it floating here, and it's gonna make this boss significantly easier for us. So let's try point blanking the boss. Watch for these 2 pink bullets. As soon as we get this huge wave, we're free to bomb. Now I messed it up kind of a bit, so I didn't get the right amount of damage. But you can see here, we haven't had to do anything. Boss is already almost dead, and we skipped a lot of the really hard patterns that get people at first. The big cannon. Now I messed up, so we gotta dodge this at least once. But if you don't use the bomb there, you have to dodge that maybe like 2 or 3 times, and it gets difficult. If you do it right, you only have to dodge the like raining bullets down. And there's a part where a bunch of them will rain down, but because of slowdown and you kill the boss really fast, it's really no sweat. So just make sure you float that bomb and you're all good. We're gonna be doing that a lot. Now this stage, this is where we kind of want to route a lot more. It'll make this so much easier. Let's kill these big planes first, and then slowly go down. All these shots are aimed at us, so if we just take our time and not worry, we're going to be able to kill everything with our spread and have enough room to get out. Now for these big purple ships, we're going to kill the ship first, and then sweep the Zakos. And now we're going to get another one, except this time we're going to get more dangerous Zakos and more of them. So don't worry about killing the big ship. Just get ready to move slowly so you got enough room. Don't worry about killing it, that's not necessary. Now this ship, you want to point blank as much as you can. Try to escape diagonally as much as possible so you have room. And that's enough to where you only have to dodge it once. Don't have to deal with it 2 times. Now here, you want to stay up as much as possible so our spread neatly cleans up the enemies before they shoot. Then retreat down whenever they start flooding the screen. By the end, we're all good. Now these big blue ships, we want to do the exact opposite of before. We want to kill the first wave of Zakos, then kill the big ship, and then clean up the Zakos. That way, don't have to dodge anything. Now we're coming up to, this is the hardest part of the level, but luckily we have resources. See, we have another bomb, but we're already maxed out. Don't pick that up, that's a completely free bomb that we can use now. This section's scary, it's pretty random how they shoot, so you just gotta do your best to dodge. But as soon as these big ships show up, you want to focus those down because those will cancel all bullets on screen, get you a lot of relief to kill all the enemies. Now, I usually have to bomb at this point. That's when I use my free bomb. It gets difficult there, but there's only one more big ship and we're all good. Now we got one last wave. I like to laser as many of these as I can, then use your spread to try to clean them all up. Now we're getting ready for the battleship section. This starting part's honestly the scariest bit. But just take your time, you're not in a huge rush. Just don't get clipped by anything, don't sweat it. Now, if you follow this route, we're gonna cleanly deal with all of the parts of this boss. Wait till these bullets shoot twice, now we can move. Make sure you kill these orange pods on the sides. That's the big requirement for getting an extra extend on this stage. Just make sure you kill all 6 of those pods. Now we're almost at the very end. See, we just only have to deal with everything one at a time. We don't even have to deal with this left one. And make sure not to bomb this big console in the middle, and we're good. That's how we get our extend. That one's really not bad to get, so you want to make sure that you know how to get it. Get that every time. Now this boss has a lot going on, but if you follow this route for dismantling the boss, makes it a lot easier. First, kill these 2 turrets. We're gonna laser them down. Now move up to the boss. Look at the sides. You see those open? As soon as those open, you can dodge. Now after that happens twice, we're gonna get down to the bottom. We wanna kill next these 2 front hatches. These are the problem. As soon as those go down, the 2 side turrets open up. I'm mostly just focused on the red bullets and then using my peripheral to dodge the blue, because I have a harder time dodging the smaller red ones. Now here, if you want, you can use your shot on the sides or like skim your laser to try to hit these turrets in the back. I'm a bit impatient, it kind of takes a while, so I just go ahead and shoot the main ship. It's not that bad to leave them alive. They're pretty slow and you just misdirect them. But whichever way makes this last bit more comfortable for you, you can go about that way. And that's how we dismantle the stage 3 boss. So we're halfway through the game. The next 3 stages are a lot more intense, but hopefully by now we're feeling pretty good. The main thing with this stage is the Zakos, all these little popcorn enemies and tanks, are now way more threatening. Look at the streams of bullets they shoot. You can dodge between them, but you really don't want to have to. So we want to macro dodge all of these big Zakos. So look at how we're kind of routing it. You see, we don't actually have to dodge any of them. We create open paths between the popcorn enemies. So we'll see like here. So we're gonna hang out here, wait in the middle. Once those turrets pop up, we move. We kill some enemies on the right, go and kill on the left. This is how we kind of deal with them coming from both the sides at once. You see here, even though they're coming from both sides, the way we route it, we kill them before we have to do any dodges or both sides flood at once. Now we're gonna get 2 secret enemies here. As soon as you destroy this building, one will pop out. Just be kind of in line with it and it's easy to dodge. Here's something nice with our ship here. You can just sit on that spawner and it kills everything. Watch out for these tanks on the right. That big orange tank on the right is really hard to dodge while also dodging the big enemy. Use your shot here, that gets rid of the turrets. Now we're coming up to the second half of stage 4. What we want to do is after we kill these power-ups, go to the top right. We're trying to kill all the enemies. See the shadow in the top left of this big enemy? That's your cue to go in. And using this movement, even though it looks like there's all this stuff happening, we have a clean route through the Zako wave. Now we don't want to shoot this big enemy yet. See, we got that floating bomb. As soon as these 2 big purple enemies show up, we can finally use that bomb, and bam, didn't have to dodge anything, dealt with both of them. Now we're gonna stream here, we're waiting for flying enemies on the right. As soon as those pop up, that's our move. Clear out everything, get ready for this big tank. I kinda mess it up, you wanna blow it up with your laser, but luckily it was damaged enough. This part's kinda scary, if you want to bomb here, I don't blame you, but you have more than enough room to deal with both tanks. And we have a bomb carrier up here, so we have a free bomb to use till the end of this stage. You'll see right here, I get kind of trapped, so we have to bomb. You can bomb the 2 tanks that we just beat, but I have more trouble dealing with all the turrets here, so I like using that free bomb here. Alright, so now this boss. This boss has a notorious exploit, so we don't have to dodge any of the hard patterns. Look at the high score at the top of the screen. You see that second H in high? We're trying to get not past the H, but right before there. So you're gonna see here, we're doing damage to the boss. We get a lot of point blank damage here. You can see the boss is on fire and will start blinking red. That's our cue to look at the life bar. I get pretty close. You don't have to get that close to the end of the H. Now we want to get to the top right. Now as soon as this boss does this pattern, we can get him stuck here. So the way this works is if the boss is doing its next attack, while it is in the rightmost position on the screen, it just gets stuck here. So I'll pause for a sec to explain that more because I was having trouble getting it consistent. The way I got it consistent is I found out that you want to start shooting it as soon as you've gotten it to stop moving. If you start shooting as it's moving, about to reach the edge, you might kill it too fast, and then doesn't trigger the glitch. It's not on the rightmost part. So just get pretty good at seeing when it's about to it can't go left or it can't go on the side anymore. As soon as that happens, you start shooting, and it's pretty consistent. You actually got a lot of time. So just make sure that second H, you get pretty close to there. Wait for him to stop moving, and bam. The rest of that boss is really hard, so... and we'll probably take our bombs, so getting good at this means that we don't have to worry about him at all. Alright, let's get right back into it. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, the next stage. Next stage is really hard, so this is what I really want to demonstrate with this run, is how we can use our bomb resources. Everybody says just bomb spam the game, and that's true because our bombs are really strong, but I really want to showcase exactly how you do that. So at the 2 big threats are we're going to have big enemies coming down the middle throughout this whole stage, and there's turrets that just sit there and shoot these really annoying streams at us. This starting section's pretty hard. You might have to practice this a bit or bomb it. But we're trying to position ourselves to be able to take out the big enemies before they could do anything. Move on the sides, clear out the turrets. Sweep in on the big enemies. Move on the sides, clear out the turrets. Anytime a big enemy's not on screen, we're trying to kill the turrets. Don't worry about the tanks. They just die as you're doing everything else. This part's kind of hard, the second overhang, so this is a good bomb spot. We had that free bomb anyway. We still have max bombs, so we're good. All right, see these turrets? I swear, you gotta kill the turrets. They're so annoying. Don't worry about the tanks, just kill the turrets. Now this is a memo section. In order to make it easier, follow this. So there's 2 big tanks in the middle. We're gonna laser the first tank. Now move up. We're gonna get between these two Zaka waves. Now that second tank's dead. Use your shot here. Look at the top left. As soon as those Zaka waves dead, you can sweep around. This is how you get through the left and the top left Zaka waves. Now kill all these turrets, they're freaking annoying. And we're on probably the hardest part of the game. This section is really fun. Just do your best and then bomb when it's dangerous. You wanna, on the sides, use your shot, and then when you're in the middle, laser the big enemies, and keep moving in a U. You want to be on the top of the screen as much as possible. After this first big bunker, we're going to bomb. So use your laser in the middle, stay on the top, keep using your shot, laser in the middle. And this way the bullets go off screen fast, and you have room to maneuver. Now the second bunker's hard, so I'm showing how we can bomb there. After the second bunker, we're free to just stream these. And as soon as they're all dead, we can cut back. Now we'll deal with this big bunker. As soon as the bunker's dead, we get a cancel. Now we got big enemies and turrets. This part's hard. I got good at like doing this section with like this whole section with like one bomb, but I always at the end here have to use the bomb. That one gives me trouble. Kill all these turrets, it'll make the next section easier. These enemies, I freaking hate them in Daiojo. In this game, they're mad easy, so don't sweat it. Now, take a look at our bombs. Ideally, you want to use 2 bombs, but I wanted to demonstrate complete safety, so we use 3 bombs there. You don't have to do what I'm about to do, but look at this. Kill this building and move up. We don't have to kill that right one, it's unnecessary. And we could kill these before they could shoot. Now, I'm not gonna kill the last one. I'm gonna actually self-destruct here, build 4 bombs, because we want at least 1 bomb for this boss, and I wanna showcase how we bomb the next stage. Now look at our positioning here. You see this black line? We're kind of oriented on that. It's not specific. Don't sweat it being like pixel precise. It's pretty wide. Just sit here in this line and we're perfectly safe. As soon as those move past, move up a little bit. And as they're about to hit us, move down and we're good. Try to deal as much damage as possible. Damage is really important on this boss. Now as it shoots this next pattern, we're gonna use a bomb to cover us, to let us move up until the boss. Now you see here, it's a bit scary at first, but it's a fairly wide safe spot. Just make sure it moves in an oval, so you gotta be ready for it to curve. Get really comfy with this, and you'll find all this point-blank damage. We kill it before it could do anything else. You wanna make sure your damage is on point, because after that next turn, it'll move down and kill you. So you wanna practice getting enough damage in, getting your point-blanks at the start. Now, last stage. We wanna kill everything immediately. It starts ham right away. What I like to do here is I just point blank all these big enemies right away, so we don't have to deal with any bullets at all. They're already dead. Now this next section, I had trouble like making it super consistent until I found I just sit in the middle and use shot. And it deals with all the middle turrets. It's not too hard to deal with the enemies from the sides. I mess up this tank a bit. You want to kill this tank and then move to the right. I get impatient, so I gotta dodge. Usually you can just point blank the second tank before it can shoot. Now this section, you want to kill all the turrets, all the big enemies. You don't need a route, just make sure you kill all of them. As soon as all the mid enemies and the turrets are down, kill these repeated turrets on this comb. See the second B? As soon as that second B on the left shows up, you move to the left and it creates this clean arc. We can move around and kill all these big enemies without dealing with the Zakos. It looks scary, it's really consistent. Don't sweat it. What actually is scary is this part. Use your shot to kill the turrets. We're slowly streaming. Look at the top here. You see that middle enemy? As soon as that goes down, we make a cutback. Now this section is mad difficult. Just survive as best you can. Try to kill all the turrets. Try to kill the big enemies. I bomb earlier than I usually need to. Usually I'll like survive up to here before I need a bomb, but just spend your bombs. Like it's not worth losing with bombs and stock. I get pretty lucky here and we find good lines to deal with the rest of this section. But yeah, this one's really hard, but if you got 2 bombs, you're good. Now, we want to make our way to the top right. You want to get as high as possible, so these tanks on the top left shoot more horizontally. As soon as the second B spawns in, move. We're trying to get to the right, and now we're doing a long stream. We want to make sure we kill these turrets on the top left, and then make our way to kill the turrets on the right. We're going to get pushed around by these green bullets, but that's fine. It works cleanly. Now, don't go too far to the left to kill these enemies on the highway, and these bullets on those turrets on the left won't actually shoot us. These flying enemies come down, that's your motion to move up. Now, I'm going to bomb here. You don't need a bomb here, but I like to do it just because I Hate these next enemies. Makes it easy to set up a quick kill on these 2 big enemies. For the second one, make sure you kill the Zakos on the right. That way it makes these big enemies easier. You can point blank these before they shoot, but they're fine. They're not too hard to deal with. I always forget these tanks are here, so you can point blank them before they do anything. I always forget about them, but it doesn't matter. They're not too bad. Now we're pretty close. We're at the final boss. Hopefully if things are going well, we have a ton of bombs, so now's the time to use them all when you're in danger. Each pattern here is pretty hard, but don't sweat it. All your bombs are here. Just do your best bomb when you're good. Now here, I just make sure you do your easy dodges. Don't sweat getting clamped in on the left or the right side. Just do the wider gaps. You have enough room. You're good. Now this, we gotta do a really long stream, enough that we have to do some cutbacks. To make this easier, you either like cut back when you feel comfortable, or the boss will move off screen, and then the blue bullets will stop shooting. I don't find a good pattern there. Now this one, you just gotta get good at dodging. I'm pretty bad at this one. You'll see I get clipped here. Like one bullet sneaks through where I couldn't really see it. So that's like really my only mistake there. Just if you're scared, just bomb. This pattern's pretty difficult. You want to take one at a time and then look at the next one. Dodge one, look at the next one. I tried dodging 2 at once. That's why I had trouble there. This is my favorite pattern in the game to dodge, but we have so many resources, it's time to use them. Here's what you do if you want to just bomb it. Stick at the bottom, move up, move up, move up. Use your laser bomb, you're back at the bottom, keep moving up. It's a good way to deplete all of our bombs, deal with the boss. And that's it. That's how you could get a pretty safe clear of this game. And it might have sounded pretty intense, especially the last 3 stages. The last 3 stages, like if you want to do them without deaths or bombs, they're pretty routing intensive. The Zakos get pretty crazy. But here's the thing to not be scared of. This route is here to make it as consistent as possible to get through the game with as few bombs as possible and just use the bombs in the scary places. But look at how many lives we had at the end. We had like our life and 3 lives in stock, and you get more bombs as you die. So we had like 16 bombs in stock still. So don't sweat following this route like extremely consistently, or any other survival route really. What you want to do is you want to just do your best to kind of follow this route with sections that you have trouble with. And even if you find yourself in danger, just bomb. Just don't even sweat it, just go ahead and bomb. And even if you like, oh, I need a bomb for this next section, but I'm all out. It doesn't matter, just die, you come back, you got so many more bombs. Don't sweat it, it's not even a worry at all. We even looped in this one, and I died like a couple times. But if you think about it this way, you try your best to follow this route, and the amount of leeway you have 16 mistakes. As long as you don't get clipped while you have like full bomb stock, you have 16 like mistakes you can make and do a shot bomb and like clear out a section. So this is like, that's what I would do honestly. Just follow this route. Anything in danger, you got 16 extra bombs, and that'll get you a clear pretty fast in this rather than trying to if you try to score, it gets significantly harder. If you just want to clear, just find a route like either this one or like something like it. Do the best you can, or like when following it, bomb when you're in danger, and you're good. And in fact, this route is so good that I've never done the second loop at all. I'm completely blind to it. And we made it all the way to stage 2-5 because the route's actually like pretty similar to dodge everything. It's just more bullets on the sections you do have to dodge. So we made it all the way to 2-5 blind. So the route's pretty good. If you wanna push it further, like you don't want just the dirty 1-all, you wanna try going for like a survival 2-all. It honestly, you probably don't have to learn that much more. You gotta keep it tighter, but it's not that different. And in fact, I'm gonna link here. I followed for this route. I followed Wabby-Led's run for the most part for just getting this 1-all. But if you want to do the second loop, they have the full thing of like the whole second loop, following that like very similar route and fighting Hibachi at the end. So you can push it further beyond this. And if you wanted to like if you end up really liking this game and do want to get into the chaining aspect, using this same ship is Jamer's. So you can follow Jamer's route, and you can't go wrong with following Jamer's route. So that's the end of this run. Hopefully that helped you guys out. When I was first learning shmups, there's not too much content on just like survival or like the very first things you could do. There's a lot of good advice now. I'll like link good videos if you're like a complete beginner and want to like build up to something. But I could have used something like this, so that's why I was inspired. I could have used like here's how here's how you actually get through this game if you just want to clear it. So hopefully that helped out. Thanks a bunch for listening to me rambling. Have a good one.